G'day, ZiggyD here and welcome back for some more Hearthstone action. In this video I'm going to be taking you guys through the new Warlock deck that I'm currently working on. I'm a few games into it and starting to show some promise, and I thought I'd take you guys through how it's going, because I think it's got some interesting ideas that maybe some of you guys looking forward to playing the Warlock or who are currently playing the Warlock can draw some inspiration from perhaps. So the main idea of this build I got initially when looking at the Dread Infernal card. Now this is, a typical Warlock card sort of card. You play a strong minion, but it has some sort of sacrifice to your own cards or to yourself. This one deals damage to all other characters on the board. Now this obviously means you can use it to wipe out a lot of enemy minions if they've got a lot of low health enemy minions, or the reason I created this deck, to trigger a bunch of Enrage cards. So my idea was to get as many Enrage cards and as many other cards that can benefit from taking damage as possible, and to then get them on the board and then play one of these Dread Infernal cards to trigger them, all of a sudden having a big burst of extra damage and extra abilities and things like that. So like I get minions that get Wind Fury, I get minions that get a lot of extra damage when they get actually hit. So let's take a look at some of those minions. Now firstly I have, if we come down, where's the first one we've got? Okay, so we've got the Amani Berserker. Enrage for +3 attack. These guys have 3 life, so you play them behind a taunt. And once you've played one of these guys and once they've been pinged with that 1 damage, they gain a lot of extra attack. They go up to a 5 attack minion. So having, one of these guys on the board behind your taunt is pretty good. I actually want to try and get a second one of these so I can play it as well, because I think it's a really strong card to play behind a taunt. The next one I've got is the Acolyte of Pain. This one, whenever this minion takes damage, draw a card. Now you can obviously play this and attack with it or get attacked with it and draw a card that way, but taking 1 damage from your Dread Infernal is a really nice trade-off. You get that card draw just from taking that 1 damage. So just before you play the Dread Infernal, you can play down one of those Acolytes of Pains, or you can have it sitting behind a taunt in preparation ready, and maybe ping it with some other things first, but get that extra card draw when you play the Dread Infernal. Next one are the Raging Worgens. I have 2 of these guys in my deck. These guys get Wind Fury and +1 attack, so that means they have a potential 8 damage per turn once they're enraged. Very, very powerful card, but usually very hard to actually get that enraged. With only 3 life, most things can kill them pretty easily, and they're a nice magnet for spells and things like that to kill them off. So bit hard to enrage these guys, but taking the 1 damage from the Dread Infernal, having 2 of these guys on the board behind a taunt, or even one of them behind a taunt on the board, is a really nice kill move. 8 damage to the enemy hero if they don't have any taunts up or anything like that, can be very, very powerful. Next one is Tauren Warrior. These guys get Enrage +3 attack. They're also a taunt. I need some taunts in this deck, quite a few taunts actually, so having these guys also work as a taunt is pretty nice. People don't usually feel too threatened by these guys around the board. They just try to one-shot them if they can, or they leave them there without attacking them. So these guys tend to stay alive for a bit, and then you can ping them with the Dread Infernal, and that's pretty nice. The other ones I have are the Gurubashi Berserkers. These ones are probably the icing, the crown jewel of this particular deck, because these guys have a lot of life. You can ping them with 2 separate Dread Infernals and take damage from enemy mobs. You can use them to clear the board of enemy mobs. So basically, when I ping one of these guys, I put them down. When I ping one of them with the Dread Infernal, they get their +3 extra damage. This becomes a really nice card to clear out enemy taunts with, so you can go for the kill. So usually I'll have one of these guys on the board, and I might have some of these Raging Worgens with Wind Fury, and then I'll be able to clear out the taunt with the Gurubashi and then Wind Fury the enemy hero down, and that seems to work pretty well so far. Other things in the deck, pretty much I've got a few taunt cards. I'm still playing around with the types of taunt cards and the types of other minions I want. So I've just got some nice things there. I've got Leper Gnome as a turn 1 play, and I've got some lower health ones. I've also got some of the Warlock spells in that I can use. Another combination I have, which is not too specific to this deck, but it's a nice one I've come up with, is Sylvanas Windrunner combined with the Void Terror. When Sylvanas Windrunner dies, she takes control of an enemy minion, and you can use the Void Terror to trigger this, after attacking with her or something like that. So you get to kill her off. You get her life and health, life and attack towards the Void Terror, so that's a pretty good combo there by itself. And Sylvanas Windrunner then possesses one of the enemy minions, so it's a good way to clear out. Maybe you can clear out a taunt with it, or maybe you can get rid of an enemy minion. And other than that, I just have a few other spells and taunts and minions in the deck that I'm still playing around with. But the core idea is this: playing the Dread Infernal, and then getting all that enrage happens. One other combination I wanted to talk about was the Stormwind champions. These guys give +1/+1. I've got 2 of them in the deck at the moment. And what it means is I can actually play the Blood Imp, which gives +1 health, which is good for when you're trying to reduce the health of your own minions. Usually, this guy will die if I drop a Dread Infernal, because he only has 1 life. But if I've got a Stormwind champion on the board, I can play this guy down, and he won't die from taking the 1 damage from the Dread Infernal. So this guy will stay alive, and he'll continue to be stealth, and he'll continue to buff up the health of my other guys. But that's enough explanation for now. I think the rest of the explanation can be done in-game. So let's jump into a game. Okay, so it looks like we're up against Uther. I actually really like this matchup with this deck as well, because the 1 damage to all minions on the board from the from the card that I played down can clear out all of his his 1-drop hero power guys there. So we've got Sense Demons. Sense Demons is to help us pull out those demon cards that we really need. I will hang on to that. The Armani Berserker can be an alright early play. I probably don't need Corruption this early on in the game, but I'll keep these guys. I'm not too fussed about the early game. I'm not too worried playing against a Paladin. I drew a Mortal Coil. That's pretty nice. Now the Mortal Coil can be used in a pinch to like buff up my Gurubashi Berserkers, but I prefer to use it for that 1 draw, so I can use it to kill off an enemy minion and get that card draw if possible. But otherwise, it can be used to ping my own minions, so that serves a dual purpose as well, one that you don't usually get as well, since most of the time you only take these for the card drawing potential. But we've got to reinforce, so we've got a perfect candidate to ping now for a bit of extra card advantage. And we drew the Loot Hoarder, so it's tempting to throw a Loot Hoarder down and have it die to there, but I think I'll play the Mortal Coil. Wow, my volume is super loud, so let's turn that down. We drew a Void Terror there, and I'll play the Loot Hoarder on the next turn probably. Yeah, so Void Terror won't be too useful for a while. I don't tend to play that till late game, so he's going to be sitting in my hand for a while, it looks like.
Reporting for duty.
But obviously no cards to play from Jesse the Paladin, so just dropping that one there. And again, we're probably going to lose the Loot Hoarder on the next turn if we play it now. But that's okay, because it can give us an extra card, and we do need some extra cards at the moment, so I'll go ahead and play that. He'd be wise to sacrifice, his Silver Hand against my Loot Hoarder. But we'll see. Things like the Loot Hoarder and the Leper Gnome and things like that. So he's buffing it up, so I probably won't be going for the kill then. That means I can keep my Loot Hoarder on the board. And we've got a Blood Imp. So what would be the best play here? Now I can sack off my Loot Hoarder against here, get the card draw, and then see what card I draw from that. I don't really want to play any of my other cards at the moment, because most of them will get killed off by the Shattered Sun Cleric. If I play the Worgen, for example, it'll get killed off. If I play the Armani Berserker, it'll also get killed off. So actually hanging out for a taunt. I suspect I might need to modify the minion composition of this deck a little bit to get an extra taunt out. Now I could play Shadow Bolt against that minion to kill it off. Is there anything else that would be worthwhile doing, or would it be worthwhile waiting and taking the 3 damage? I prefer to keep my health up so I can use my card drawing ability a bit more, so I'll go ahead and kill there. A little bit of overkill, 4 damage, but that's okay. To get a little bit of, keep the board nice and clear early on, I think will be beneficial to us, because we're going for sort of a mid to late game play. So he's drawn a True Silver Champion, and going for the attack even though no health to heal. I don't know about using that for a direct damage so much, but against a Warlock it's not such a bad idea, because the Warlock health essentially is our ability to get card advantage, so limiting the Warlock health is a good idea in general. Now, what is my best play now? He's got 4 damage, so he can one-shot pretty much anything I play down at the moment. I need to get some of those taunt cards, no taunt cards as of yet, so I'm going to take the 2 damage, draw. We drew Sylvanas, so that's not too helpful. And I think I'll play the Voodoo Doctor just for some life back there, and to have a minion on the board. And he'll, I don't think he'll waste his last True Silver hit on the Voodoo Doctor. But so that's okay, because that means I have an extra 2 damage on the board. So I just played a Gadgetson Auctioneer. Would have been great for that 4 direct damage I had earlier. But that does happen. I can play. So we've got our Dread Infernal now. We can start looking to. I really need some taunts though before I can actually make that play. Now we can give this card Power Overwhelming and kill off the Gadgetson, and I think that's probably the best play, because the less time that is on the board, the better. And this says a little bit about the composition of his deck. He might have quite a few spells coming our way, so that's interesting. But we'll see what happens. Now I've got 5 mana crystals left. I can play Sylvanas and force him to deal with it. He has no strong minions on the board, and he's likely to not play any if I do play Sylvanas. So that can buy us time. What other options do I have? Any of these guys are, are liable to become targets early on. I'd rather keep these guys behind a taunt. The Void Terror is not useful yet. I can play Sylvanas, and then I can trigger her with the Void Terror at any point I need to, really.
I have no time.
So I'll go ahead and play her then. The Legendary card! Only noobs play Legendaries. But let's see what Jesse pulls out. So my life's a little bit low, limiting my ability to draw cards, but I'm not too worried at the moment. I do need to, hold off for a little bit until I can get some taunt cards out. Unfortunately, no real taunt draws, so I might need to add a few more lower taunts. Oh, I got a few low taunts already. I'm just getting a bit unlucky on the draws, I think. That was a mistake. He played this. This has a give a friendly minion Divine Shield, so yeah, not the best play. Probably would have been better off to do that in reverse, but honestly, I hate seeing people use this card on a Silverhand Recruit. Feels like such a waste. But I can play a Gurubashi now and use use the Silver Hand to buff it up a little bit, and I think I'll kill off this guy here. Take her down to 3 life, which she should stay alive. we might end up having her get killed off and possessing a Silver Hand Recruit or nothing, but that's okay. Now I could play the Blood Imp to ensure that these 2 cards stay alive for now, and I think I will, because I can throw down. I don't have my Enrage cards yet, so I'm not going to be throwing down my Dread Infernal anytime soon. So we'll just be holding off. I really need to get at least one good taunt out first. And becoming a copy. Interesting. So 1 less life, but if I go for the kill here, then one of my cards is going to get possessed, and I don't really want either one of these possessed. I think my best option will be to play my Void Terror, kill this, and possess this, hopefully. Actually, I want to guarantee that I possess that, so I'm going to use my Gurubashi Berserker here, buff it up, play the Void Terror. It'll be very strong from all of that extra damage. This will kill this off. I'll possess her back, so I get a free one. We'll thank the opponent for that. Oh, I love this game. That's such a fun play. So now I have a really strong minion on the board there. That's just, as I said, this isn't really part of this deck, this play here, but it's just a play I've come to love, so I've been putting in a few of my decks. So he's played his Legend, Tyrion Fordring, Divine Shield Taunt. I've actually equipped a 5/3 Ashbringer on death. Okay, so shame I can attempt to possess it. I can use Shadow Bolt to... Oh. That has to be done. That has to be done. Oh, that's so good. Oh man, that is delicious. That is so freaking good. And I'm going to play Defender of Argus here. We have some good taunts now. It's not an issue that this is taunted because it's stealth anyway. But we'll go straight for the hit there. And we'll go for the card draw now. Corruption, that's not too helpful. I'll leave my my Demon Imp here. Blood Imp. This game is going very well, but I haven't actually shown off the whole Dread Infernal play yet. But we might be able to do that. Now I think I'll use Tyrion to kill this, losing his Divine Shield, that's fine. Because otherwise I'm just going to lose it to the Dread Infernal anyway. So we'll kill this guy off. I might have even had 22, pretty close to lethal damage, pretty close. But we'll guarantee our lethal damage here and go for the sweet play. So what we'll do is we'll play all of our cards here. We'll even play our Sense Demons here. What have we got? We've just got a Flame Egg and a Taunt card there. So I'll play... I don't need to play either of those really. So I'll go for the damage. And next, I would probably fill up the board if next turn I'll drop the Dread Infernal and finish him off. But I think it's GG either way. This was a really fun game. Holy crap! Oh, Deathwing! Whoa! Whoa! We can. I think we can still go for the kill, but that's insane. Let's corrupt. Thank you. And we'll play these cards here. We'll play the Dread Infernal, and we'll play the Blood Imp after that. I probably should have played the Dread Infernal first. What an idiot. But so Deathwing. Discard your hand. That comes at a huge cost, doesn't it? But that was the only thing he could have done to stay alive at that point, so still a good play.
Well played.
And I think he's realizing now, nothing to do there. So we didn't really get to play off the Dread Infernal play, but still a really, really sick game. That was fun. That was so satisfying. But I will jump into another game actually because I want to still show off the whole Dread Infernal play as much as possible. So let's queue up another match. Welcome back for demonstration game 2. Looks like we're playing against the Shaman Thrall. And what do we have to start off with? Stormwind Champion. We don't need you for quite a long time. I might keep the Voidwalker and the Shadow Bolt. And Shadow Bolt will be a good answer to deal with any concerning early game minions. And we drew Leper Gnome, so that's a good turn 1 play for us. Which I'll do. The great thing about Leper Gnome against the Shaman is it can kill off any totems that he happens to play. And a lot of Shamans will totem just to buy time. And that of course means we're not dealing direct damage to the hero, but getting rid of those totems is priority. So he's playing a 2-1 with probably him trying to deal with the Leper Gnome. Going for a bit of card advantage. Yeah, I don't know about the turn 1 card advantage like that. Now we can sack against here, but she's only 1 damage on the board, so we don't want to do that. And we can play the Voidwalker anyway. So he can only deal 1 damage with the Novice Engineer there. So I won't really be able to do anything for our taunt. Pretty solid opening, I think. Plus, Leper Gnome's just such a great card, such a great, turn 1 play. It's just like guaranteed damage. Ooh, the one-shotting there. And now we really need a Mortal Coil. Ooh, should I gamble on a Mortal Coil and attack here? Let's see what we draw. Gurubashi Berserker, not too helpful, but I think getting the damage on here and then we can Mortal Coil it later is the best option. Playing a vulnerable Flame Tongue totem like that is a questionable play, I think, because it would have been, very possible for me to have a Mortal Coil, but you might not be too familiar with the Warlock deck, so might not be aware. We are in 2-star Platinum here, so not Masters level play, so it's not expected that players will know all of the cards in every deck. But now we don't have any options besides leaving the Leper Gnome, or we can still Shadow Bolt the taunt. Actually, that's probably the best option because then we can clear out that Flame Tongue totem. And I don't want to leave this on the board because that's so much damage with the Flame Tongue totem there. So we'll go ahead that, and that brings her down to 1-1. So the best play would be to sacrifice the Leper Gnome now because he's been a nuisance. See what I mean? He's such a good card on the board. 2-1 at that point with the threat of 2 hero damage is really nice. I really like it. So toteming up, which I can no longer deal with, and it's a taunt totem. Acidic Swamp Ooze. Kind of almost a mandatory card in your deck if you're getting destroyed by rogues all of the time. But I don't have any weapons, so not so helpful for me. Still, it's a decent card. 2 mana for 3-2. Decent early game card. Now I can play a Gurubashi now and start buffing him up. He doesn't really have too much damage on the board. 3 damage is a bit much to take on the Gurubashi. But I can play like a Blood Imp later, and then play like a Stormwind to buff up the Blood Imp later before I drop the Dread Infernal. But we'll see how that plays out. Could Toad it, but I have quite a few enraging minions. There's just not enough Toads in a Shaman deck to deal with all of the minions that I plan on playing. But I think I've been thinking a Summoning Portal might be really handy in this deck. Summoning Portal's awkward because you kind of have to sack a turn 4 or a turn 5 or something to get it out, or a turn 3 with a coin. But I don't know about that. You kind of have to sack that turn to get those minions out. But because I'm trying to get so many sort of moderate cost minions out in one go, buffing up the Gurubashi and sacking that is still a pretty good play. I lose a Gurubashi, which is a very valuable card for me. So that was an overload card, wasn't it? So he's down to 4 mana next turn. Okay. What does that mean? What should I play? He's got a heal minion. So Tauren Warrior I think might be the best solution at the moment because I can use it to ping down some of the totems in the turns to come. And maybe Blood Imping it would be a good turn. option. He might have something like a Lightning Storm, but a Lightning Storm against these two cards isn't too bad for me. In fact, it'd be likely to enrage this minion rather than kill it. And I'll go for the card draw here. So we drew another Tauren. Pretty good stuff. I've got you know, some of the arranged cards I need. I've got a good taunting option here if I play the Defender of Argus and Stormwind Champion later. I can play the Stormwind Champion on the next turn, which is probably my play, unless something else comes up that I need to deal with. But that'll buff the health of my minion up, and I can play Dread Infernal pretty soon. Just need to get those minions on the board first, these enraging minions, before I play him. So what have I lost? I've lost a Gurubashi Berserker. That's the only significant minion that I've lost so far. Still got plenty of good kill minions on the ready to come from my deck, so should be pretty good. It's okay, going well. Be interesting to see if this game ends up being as entertaining as game 1. Probably not. That was a pretty exceptional game. So I played the Senjin Tazdingo. Loot Hoarder. I think playing the playing the Stormwind Champion is my best option. I can, if I ping him now against this, I'm going to lose it next turn. I'd be better off waiting, I think. So not going to play anything at the moment. No attacking. Oh, actually, what an idiot. Come on. I could have killed that taunt totem. Bit of a misplay, but shouldn't delay my plans by too much. Let's see, what's my next turn play? I should think of that now. I think I kind of want to play the Gurubashi down before I play the Dread Infernal. So let's just see if I can hold out a turn. He's drawing for cards there. If he plays a totem, I know I'm in pretty solid shape. What's he playing? 2 damage for the Enrage. That was a misplay. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Weird play. So now is the perfect turn for me to play down Gurubashi and Tauren Warrior. He gets buffed up to 5 health, so play him. And should think about card positioning here. I want my Gurubashi on this side so I can taunt him later. And now we can, I think I will de-stealth him. And I might actually clear out this guy here, just so that threat's not on the board anymore. Ooh, this is good. I like this. This is shaping up perfectly. So I've got the two enrage minions on the board. That's good enough to play Dread Infernal for now, I think. Unless if I get a 3-drop, I think I've already played a Tauren Warrior, so I can't get another Tauren Warrior. I think I've got another 3-drop. I've got the Wind Fury minion to come still, maybe. But that assuming I get it on the next draw. But I've still got a good answer to any minion he plays now, which is good. And I can play this and then Dread Infernal actually, so I can pretty much go for a big attack next turn. I'm gonna have 6, so it's 12, 18, 20 damage on the next turn. I need to, that removes a little bit of damage because I can't kill him off. If I draw a mortal, no, I won't have enough mana. Freezing the imp. Ah, damn, I'm going to lose the imp now. From the Dread Infernal. Nah, that wasn't a mistake. Trust me, that was a good play. You just don't know it yet. But we've drawn another Dread Infernal. I'm going to play the Dread Infernal because I can play the second one later to buff up other minions. I'll put the Dread Infernal here. Okay. Now, what's the best way to deal with his taunt? It's probably with... Oh, I forgot the 1 damage. That's so good. Yes! I can Shadow Bolt him. Fantastic. Alright. And I'll go for the direct damage here. I'm not too worried about that 2 damage on the board. Oh, yes. So good. So this is the demonstration of what I'm talking about with the enrage mechanics here. Pretty good stuff. And now he has to clean up. You know, the obvious weakness at this point, after I've made that play, is big board clears, but I still have quite a lot of health on the board, you know, with the Stormwind champions. This is the reason I have these in the deck, is mainly for the health buff more than the attack buff, because having that 1 extra health after taking that 1 health means I'm much less susceptible to those, you know, like Holy Novas and things like that that can clear me, like Lightning Storms that are going to clear me off. So it's played another big taunt. I can deal with that with the Gurubashi Berserker or the Dread Infernal. Gurubashi Berserker will get buffed up. Will be vulnerable to a kill move. He's going to attack with the healing totem. Yeah, I probably would. There we go. He gets rid of that taunt. That's good. I can play the Defender of Argus to give me some more taunts on the board. And now I've got Immortal Coil. What's the best way to use this? There's no way I can use this. Oh well. So I'll play the Defender of Argus here. For +1/+1, gives me... This is the best play for it here. So I don't really want to lose the Gurubashi now. So 8 damage. 8 damage. That hurts. I'm going to have to play the Gurubashi. Leave him left with 1. I think I should probably kill off the taunt. Oh! 8, 14. I'm an idiot. Oops. I could have killed on that turn. If I lose now, that will be highly distressing. Let's play the Loot Order down. It's okay. It's okay. I think we're okay. Bit of a misplay. I could have killed him on that turn, but oh well. Next turn. We'll just delay his agony a little bit. Well played. Okay, he's got no answers. That was good. I think that was a good demonstration. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this and see the potential of the deck. Still a lot of tweaking to go on in terms of what taunts I have and what other minions I have, and maybe play around with some of the spells a little bit. But the overall mechanics are there. I really like my Sylvanas play, and I really like the taunt Enrage plays there. The Enrage plays. Pretty cool stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed these games. They were pretty entertaining. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.